Yeah, we're going live eventually.
We're
Yeah,
no,
we're
no,
live
we're
now.
live. We're
Yeah, we're
live.
live. Yeah.
Yeah.
You breathing?
Wow. No. Oh my God. Hold on. Hold on. I completely lost track of time. So let me it's like I don't even have my script up or anything. Oh
I
my
mean, we're
God.
we're good unscripted. We're good. We're
All
good.
right,
It doesn't matter because I'm gonna be canceled today anyway.
Oh, are you? Are
Yeah.
we going to be naughty today?
No, I'm just tired of all the geneticists all of a sudden in my feed that read on a third grade level.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
my
morning,
goodness.
everyone. It is
Oh,
August 2nd, 2024, and this is the Rage Into the Vlogs, the
I
show
I
with zero fucks today.
oh no. Well, I kind of am in that mood, but not really. But like, I don't know. Should I be getting an attorney?
I would be getting an attorney. It,
Oh,
it is
oh,
time.
it is time. Okay. All right. Uh, okay. Breathe in. Uh,
I
sorry.
want to say fuck my life so bad right now,
No,
but
don't.
I
Don't
see,
say that.
I know you wouldn't let me do it.
No, don't say that because the universe takes that as a challenge.
All right.
You know.
Challenge accepted. You
Oh,
ready?
absolutely not. But hit it.
Trigger warning, fuck you.
Oh.
Absolutely fuck you and fuck you and fuck you and fuck you and fuck
You cool.
Some maybe you're cool. I don't know.
Right. Well, hold on. Let me at least put up like all the links in the chat.
Oh yeah.
That I keep forgetting to do that. And so did you see that Kickstarter? They did an update where we can kind of like expand on the pre-launch page.
I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it.
You know, it's like, yeah, it's a little weird. You know, I don't know. For some reason, it comes off as weird for me. But you know, at least it's just nice to be able to have a little bit. Let's see. Are we having a problem with our YouTube channel?
No, it looks good on my end.
Oh, okay. Probably I did I put duplicate. Okay, I might. Oh, okay. I think I just accidentally put in a duplicate.
Oh no. What happened was it's on all, and so when you put it in, it goes out to everywhere that's streaming that allows comments. So it's duplicated on our end, but on their end, they only see it once.
Oh, okay. Because
you're good.
Because all right. Because one of my notices, but it's saying having trouble connecting. So. But it's there already. Yeah, but it's there already. So, because I see the link and then there's a duplicate underneath it. So let's see. So Dreamweavers. Okay, so I put up House of Bob, Dreamweavers, and Oswald. No, okay, yeah. Then we're good then. We're good. Okay. All right. So hello, HR. I see you.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, I see everybody in the chat. Hello, HR. Hello, Michael. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Nita.
Hello. Good morning, Daphne.
Yes, and yes, I see you, my beautiful eyeball people watching us from Regions PR. Swear to God, I'm trying not to lose my mind today. You know, and it's only
another. This is twice in a month we both had a bad day at the same time, and we're both.
No, really, this is not good. This is not good. Hold on, I got to get my baby wipes.
Turned.
No, it's like, but that's always the thing, right? Because it's also something that I tell Jose that it's like, you know, that we can never have the same, we can never be in the same emotional state at the same time, you know, because it's like, that's usually means something's really bad. I mean, because usually it's like, if I'm upset, he's chill. If he is upset, I'm usually the chill one. It's like, we're never like, that at the same time. But
Right.
it's like, yeah, if we're both the same mood at the same time, something's bad.
It's bad for you. It's bad,
You know?
especially if it falls on a Monday and Friday for you guys.
I mean, really. And yeah, so I guess yeah, so I guess so, oh my goodness, I'm being sidetracked so hard today. If you're joining us from Facebook, if you're joining us from LinkedIn, come over to YouTube, join the sexy people in the chat. And while you're here, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
So you
get notified whenever any of our shows go live. And oh, hello, Russ. Hello. Really quickly. So the Shadow Kingdom book, I think it's going to be available. A limited run is going to be available on the Arrow store very soon, if not on there already. It's a Conan. Actually,
beautifully illustrated.
Free Conan. This is Cole the Conqueror. Adapted to the comics. From the original Robert E. Howard story by Randy Zimmerman, lovingly drawn by
Russ Leach.
I'm currently trying to get my hands on the Portuguese edition, but I don't think they ship out of Brazil. I'm trying to find out. But
surely they have friends.
They took well, not really, not ones that they'll ship me shit. So unfortunately, you would think with all the relatives. No, it's too expensive. Too expensive to ship from Brazil. So because it's like they took one of Russ's pieces and they painted it. And it's like, I know that they're supposed to come out with like an edition of it, like I guess like a retailer edition in the United States, but I really do want it in Portuguese because that's how it kind of like,
because you're bougie like that.
Keep up with my languages, it's like, yeah, it's like, look, I can read badly, but at least it's something. But yeah, so Arrow, I think it's like arrowcomics.store. So if you can go over there and pick up a copy. So where were we? Oh yeah, so hello everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means.
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Dohaeris.
I need all the vibes today. Oh, and I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, and which returns to Kickstarter later this year with the first trade paperback to Tall Tales Tears of the Mother, the new story arc. It collects issues 1 through 4 of this 8-issue limited series. Like I said, so keep an eye out for that later this year. And I am known for my medieval fantasy drama, Eager Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn. Thank you, everybody, for supporting the campaign. The first batch of books are already out, and I think I have like 30 packages left to go, and then this campaign will be officially closed. So again, thank you everybody for supporting the campaign. You should be getting your books really soon. In the meantime, you can read both my comics online at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, and Tall Tales, TAILS online.com. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube at Daphne Lage, LAGE Art, and where you can find almost 600 videos and live streams and how-to, and pretty much every videos on how I make my artwork on my channel. And also it simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. And to tell you more about it, here's Nita, because
also,
I'm so
sign up for her pre-launch.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Series House of Bob, also Mondo Bondo with it. So it's a twofer. It's a twofer. It's a twofer. Oh my god, yeah. I am just like so amazingly distracted right now. Tell us some more about you. My name is Nita, and I have a YouTube channel. I'm also a marketer for several small press publishing companies. I may or may not be employed by some of them by the end of the day. I don't know, because I have opinions and shit, and people may not like them, but I don't care today.
Right. Oh, I don't know. So let's start off with the easy stuff first. So,
we don't even have to cover mine.
Right.
I've already said my piece.
By the way, where can everybody find you again?
IndieComicsNetwork.com.
You all get the potato today. Y'all get the potato today.
Gotta make some money somehow.
Oh no.
It ain't in comics.
So let's start off with kind of like the less controversial stuff today. Oh my God. So I'm packing. Okay, so like I said, I am packing Eagle Raven. Which it's a little slow going because yesterday I had okay, so the day before yesterday, I think I pushed myself a little too hard on finishing the comics, on finishing Eagle Raven 16. I have like 17, no, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pages left to go. And I think I pushed myself a little too hard because that night when I like kind of shut down everything for the night, it's like my hand went dead. Like my thumb, especially my thumb, like especially along here, started really, really hurting. And I had problems sleeping during the night because of it. So all day yesterday, I was wearing my compression glove. And I really had to keep my hand still for the entire day. So I'm using my left hand. It's a pain. I think it really is a good idea to probably do those exercises for non-dominant hands.
I switch out all the time.
Right. For packing boxes, maybe.
Get out of the boxes, right?
And so I really couldn't do much. Well, and whatever I could do was like really, really slow, because I literally couldn't move my hand. And I wasn't that worried because usually it goes away the next day, which it did. Like now it's better again, but I really have to take it seriously when that pain. Usually
push through it.
So this I do not push through. It's like, look, my hand is dead for the day. My right hand had PTO, so we're gonna try to make it through the day with what I have. But I did get a bunch of the boxes out. Like I said, I have probably like around 30 boxes left to go. And I learned something. So just on the last show, or I don't know if it was the last show or the show before that, where I was kind of like showing off how I wanted to like deck out the orders, with the white boxes, the clamshells, the personalized tape. It's like, kind of like
experience.
Right. And yesterday, I don't know whether it had something. It just that my hand made it worse, but I kind of was having a miserable experience with the Lage experience on these boxes.
Oh no.
So this is the first time that I'm using reinforced tape. I have it on in the dining room, so I can't show it to you. But you've all seen it before. Yes, the one you have to wet and on one hand, I like it because kind of like that, but you don't want to be licking these.
Don't tell me what to do with that.
So, I like reinforced tape because it does feel a lot sturdy than using packing tape, which always feels like we have to double wrap everything because it never feels like, because it always feels like the tape is going to pop open any minute.
Right.
So I like the reinforced tapes because once it goes down, it's like, oh yeah, this is not opening. Like you literally have to slice it open with a razor, right? But the problem is that unless you have the actual machine to cut that tape, you're in for a miserable time. Because I got one of these cheap ones, the cheap dispensers, it was $20, right?
Right.
And as opposed to like the ones that I'm used to is like the one with it's a big metal thing with a crank. So it's like it's a little bit more industrial, right? I mean, I saw an automatic one, but I ain't spending no $2,000 just to cut tape,
Right.
Even like the next level automatic one is like almost $200, right?
Right.
So like, oh, I'm not gonna get that, right?
Right.
So I got the cheap one on Amazon. Like I said, $20. It's just supposed to be a desktop thing, and then it's like, the shit is a misery to use because especially like even when my hand was still good, right? You have to pull with such force to get it to tear against the teeth that cut the tape. Yeah, almost. Almost.
Oh,
really, no, not for nothing. For a split second, I was thinking of doing that, of pre-cutting the tape or then rounding the corners. I don't know what the fuck is wrong.
Yeah, you lost your mind. Yeah,
I lost my mind. That's how satisfying the slot machine crank is on this thing. But no, so that's not what happened. So you have to pull it with such force for it to tear, right? That even if you have the slightest misstep, right? It's like the thing, like it kind of shreds instead of tears, and you got to cut the strings manually because it has like these nylon strings inside, so you have to cut it manually, and it's kind of, honestly, I tried to keep it as neat as possible, but I mean, I'm at a point where like pre-cutting the tape and then wetting it with a sponge would probably take me less time than fighting with this machine. It's not even a machine. It's just a little plastic holder with the metal teeth. And, and I guess they had these screws like, oh, you're supposed to screw it into like, I guess, whatever desk you're using it on.
Or desktop,
table. Because, you have to use so much force to pull it. You can't hold it and do that at the same time. So I was just like, oh, do people really need this? So I'm sitting there literally going, do people really need this? Do they even give a shit that the boxes look nice? I mean, it's like,
but they do.
Like, and then it's like, and then it's like I started getting annoyed with the clamshell boxes. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just in a mood the second time around, because here's the ironic thing about it, right? Is that the clamshell boxes are less expensive. Can't take you anywhere, can we?
You can't, because you've been saying stuff like lick and sponge and wet and tape and boxes and cramming them and now clamshell, dude.
Well, I'm talking about packing. I'm talking about fulfillment.
Oh, it is important.
So they're less expensive than the usual boxes that we get because, they're like 10 cents less expensive, right? Which doesn't help because now it's like, because for a little bit I thought that, oh, yeah, they're 10 cents less expensive each, but now I'm paying more for shipping because I can't adjust the size. But then it turned out to be nothing. The USPS raised their rates. So the basic rates for shipping out stuff like this, it has gone up, right. So what I learned is that it didn't matter. The rates are pretty much like if I used the white box as opposed to the adjustable, the adjustable boxes, it's the same rates. So the shipping wasn't an issue. Right. But I really did appreciate the fact that I could adjust the older boxes, like the other boxes, that I could adjust them. That if I just have like one book, I could just fold them down and they could be like, I don't know, maybe like a little under. I'm almost afraid to say it. I'm almost afraid to say it.
Say it, Daphne.
The package is under an inch, as opposed to the other boxes, which are always that they're 2 inches no matter what. Jesus Christ.
I'm so well behaved.
So technically I can only pack less boxes before I have to take them to the post office. It's not like before where I could probably do like I could probably pack like, oh, I don't know, like maybe almost the whole run. Like if I had like 80 boxes because I'm able to like fold them down. But with this box, it's like probably like every like 40 boxes.
I can't.
Actually, no, the bigger package is the problem.
The bigger package is harder.
The bigger package is because it's not
fuck.
It's not the length, it's the girth. That's the
fuck.
Why are you all encouraging? I'm trying to have a serious conversation here. Oh my goodness. So in the end, right? So I have my little wagon ready to go to the post office, but it's really not as much as I would have liked. So now, like I said, I'm questioning. It's like, am I being extra for nothing? Like, are people just going to get the boxes, tear them open, throw it out, not even do anything? It's like, okay, I got my books. That's all that matters. Like, does anybody save the boxes? Does anybody care that the tape is personalized? You know, it's like, do you just want packages where your shit gets to your house without looking like it got crushed by a UPS truck? I mean, is that in the end? Is that all you want? You know, am I just wasting my effort?
No, because they will remember. They will. Because I can remember the first time I got that fancy paper. Like, I do. I really do. The tissue paper with the design on it. And it was just like, oh my God, this is fabulous. Did I just crumple it up and throw it away? Yeah, I fucking did. But it was pretty and cute. Presentation is everything.
Right.
Look.
Presentation is important? Okay. Because I need to be convinced of this. Please, I need a nice box.
Look, okay, as long as it's in there all nice and neat and compact, it's kind of like this. All right. It's like, do you prefer a runway strip, or do you like the playing field bald? It's just it's like
whichever makes more sense, I guess.
As long as it's clean and neat and nicely packed, that's all that matters.
Right. You know, although unmanicured lawns are coming back in style.
Not in my house, they're not. No. I do not need to.
We're not one to let the weeds grow.
Oh no, ma'am. No, ma'am. If I need snake leggings and a machete to get to the point, I ain't doing it.
Right, but you know, because they're supposed to attract pollinators, like bees and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right. You know, it's supposed to be healthier for the ecosystem.
Well. This is one scenario where I don't care about the environment.
Right. Well, you know, it's like, I'm just glad that I don't live in a neighborhood with an HOA. That's all. That's all I can say about it. People are like, wait, what the fuck are you both talking about? What's
they know exactly what we're talking about. Our peoples are very smart.
Oh no. Because all the raccoons hide in those bushes. That's what it is. It makes it very easy for raccoons to hide. And then they're all in your trash.
Think of it like
Lou has a point. Yes. Like, Lou has a point. I mean,
like those novelists that you like.
Yeah, exactly. They're all doing unboxings. I mean, actually, the ones that I watch, they're showing them pack the boxes. It's like, oh, this is what I put in it, and the tissue paper, and oh, look at the pretty tape I have, and then they even like stamp the boxes. You know, they put, you know, it's just like, yeah, I guess, you know, because the thing is, though, the packages do look nice, you know, with the tape. I mean, I show
packages.
Yes, it's nice. Exactly. We're never going to get past this conversation, are we?
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, but oh my goodness. So the Olympics. The Olympics, man. The Olympics. I mean, if there's anything that I've been watching to kind of like get me through all this packaging and fighting tape and all this stuff, right?
Right.
So I swear to God, this has got to be probably the best Olympics I have ever paid attention to. I mean, I never would have thought Snoop Dogg being pretty much the American ambassador
and
to the Olympics, I never in a million years would have expected that on my bingo card. But you know what? I'm putting all my chips on the bingo card because of that. Yeah, that it's like that Snoop Dogg and Flava Flav would come out as goddamn the most enthusiastic ambassadors for the Olympics I have ever seen. Because they try because what's funny is that they that's why swimming wins all the gold. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, because they keep trying also to bring out Tom Hiddleston, and it's like, nah, get that guy off the screen.
Camera.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You and your perfect French, fuck off. Fuck off. Bring back the Paris Olympics sponsored by Death Row Records. Bring that back. I mean, really, it's like, and what they're saying, what I really, really like, right, is that what they're saying is that because of the attention that Snoop Dogg because Snoop Dogg, he meets with all the athletes. No matter what sport, he goes to meet them. And because of that, there are sports getting attention that nobody even knew existed. I mean, Snoop did this whole like, I didn't know badminton was an Olympic sport. And Snoop was like commentating. I think it was like China versus Korea, I think it was. And he was just doing some commentary that had me riveted. And and not only that, but it's like they also were pretty much showcasing, like, especially with Flava Flav, right? Talking about like, yeah, these people, these are athletes, prime, in prime condition at the Olympics, and they have and they can't even pay their rent.
Right.
There was one woman who she's a student athlete. She's constantly going to the Olympics, right? But her school keeps paying, like, she's saying that's like, yeah, I'm here at the Olympics and I can't even pay my rent.
Right.
And Flava Flav saw that, and like, in another guy, I don't know who the other guy was. I don't know if he was like a football player or something. And he was like going, we'll both pay your rent. And so it's like they sent her money for her to pay her rent. And what she was saying is that, yeah, because she's the one at the Olympics and her school will only cover 75% of her expenses. Meanwhile, their football teams, she says, they pay them enough money to buy houses and cars, and they don't win shit.
Right.
So they're kind of like bringing up, like they're also kind of like exposing this type of thing too, where it's like, thing with Flava Flav saying that he supported the women's water polo was because these women were working 2 or 3 jobs to be able to afford what they needed to even get, to train, to get to the Olympics. Right. I mean, it's crazy. It's like, with gymnasts, like, I don't think the gymnasts have that problem, where it's like, because that's a very high profile sport. So they get all the sponsorships and, I don't think Simone Biles is worried about paying her rent.
Right.
But it's like, yeah. So it's just like really funny. It's like to see these two musicians essentially going around and and kind of like putting a spotlight, right, on, it's like, look, we're all here to celebrate peak performance, right? And people can't pay their rent. It's like, and it's like crazy. It's like, But also the other thing too, right? The other thing that was just like had me shake it like it's like, oh my God, like this thing is insane. The North Korean pistol record holder. You know, Melissa says curling is similar, right? It's like all the athletes only train part-time and have full-time jobs off the ice, right?
Right.
So there's this Korean, like I think she holds like a previous record, although she won silver for a particular pistol. Kind of funny. You would think that the Americans would dominate.
Nope.
Would dominate the gun category. But no, it's fucking Turkey, Korea, and China.
It's coming right for us. like with some South Park shit.
Like, yeah, I know.
But let's talk about Turkey for a second.
No, Turkey is like, holy shit.
Oh my God. Dude, I know a hitman when I see one, bro.
No, that's what everyone was saying. Like this dude, he rolled out of bed. He like the fact that he wasn't even wearing Crocs. Like if he came out wearing Crocs, I wouldn't have been surprised.
No, he was just like so fucking chill and cool. I must have watched that video 50 fucking times. No specialty equipment, no fucking specs, no nothing. Turned sideways, fucking.
Right. Right. And then it's like silver for Turkey. And it's like the dude, the dude is Golgo 13 and we don't know it. You know, I mean, it's like, come on. And then Jose tells me the crazy backstory about that guy. That it seems like he's been competing at the Olympics since 2008. And this is the first time that Turkey medaled. So that's why everybody especially knows him. And he got into shooting and realized he was really good at it after a very ugly divorce. And his wife told him that he would never amount to anything. And here he is. Bitch has been at the Olympics since 2008. And now he's just walking on the literally. It's like he rolled out of bed. Oh yeah, I'm at the Olympics now. I got this thing. You know, but then the other icon in marksmanship was the Korean silver medalist
who comes out looking like something from fucking some anime or something.
Yeah, no, really. It's like she's vibes. Yeah, it's like
Arthur Adams drawing in her stance.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, it's like she's just, and then the way she looks when when she does the shot and she looks, and it's like everyone's taking it personal. The way she's, all she's doing is looking at the scores,
right?
But I mean, icons, absolute icons. I have never had so much fun watching the Olympics. I swear to God. I mean, when Snoop Dogg was commentating on equestrian dressage. Oh snap! That horse is crip walking. It's like, what the fuck?
Yes. That's the chick I'm talking about. That's she her. Has that. If you look at her stance, but it's something like she holds her hips like fucking Arthur Adams draws, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's unnatural." That sway their back. Oh, nope. No. She proved it.
Yeah, because I think that the video that's really going around, it's from it's not from the Olympics, but it's from a previous tournament in Bahrain, where she broke a world record.
Right.
But at the actual Olympics, she came in silver to her teammate was the one that got gold. And her teammate broke another record for that gold. So yeah, so she wears a little a plush elephant on her belt. And the woman who won gold, I guess when she has her pistol closed, she has a plug with a heart on it. So she has a purple gun with this purple heart on top of it, some Sailor Moon shit. And it's just like, okay, all right. All right. Icons. And that kind of got me, and the whole thing kind of like got me thinking about like how much fun it is to really watch people who are better at something than you are.
Right.
You know, that there really is something about something like the Olympics where you see everybody in like what is it, 0.001% of the population make it there, you know? And it's just a celebration of peak performance, you know?
Right.
Like this is what happens when you really put your focus on something. And granted, it's like you do have to have the physical acumen to do that. You know, it's like there was a thing that I had read that that it's like Michael Phelps isn't like didn't win all those medals because he was good at swimming.
No, he won it because he smoked marijuana.
You know, but the fact is that he got into swimming because he was physically suited for it.
Right.
You know, so it's not like he could have been half his height and Michael Phelps would not be Michael Phelps. I mean, it's like there is something very genetically specific to what he was able to accomplish at the Olympics. I think like he's the male medal.
He also has a condition that causes him to produce less lactic acid, which means his body recovers faster and webbed toes.
Right.
So born to swim.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not like he became good at it, which he did, but he was already kind of suited, naturally inclined to that. And I guess it's like the kind of like natural talent.
Right.
You know, where it's like you're kind of like predetermined in that direction, right? So it's the same thing with watching all these athletes, that it's like, you know, that this is kind of like when that genetic predeterminism and oh my god, that almost sounds like a eugenics phrase, and the hard work, you know, come together to form the Olympics, you know, and it's just an absolute thrill, you know. It's like, and here's the thing, it's like I'm watching Simone Biles just completely dominate, like that entire team dominating, you know, like even the men's gymnastic, pretty much, yeah. You know, it's like you know, like men's gymnastic dominating, like, you know, it's like he really, you know, he didn't go into cycling, he went into, you know, it's, you know, and also I think that that's also the reason too, because there was a woman who they just said that like she has the most medals ever won by one person at the, well, women's medalist at the, I think Michael Phelps is the other one, right? And I don't think it's coincidence that's both for swimming. You know, that I really do think that probably swimming requires such a specific body temperament that that's kind of what ends up happening. I mean, I don't know. It's just conjecture, but it's just very thrilling, you know? So it's just funny to see how like that excitement doesn't translate elsewhere, or at least it doesn't really, you know? So I really didn't want to talk about this, but the thing is, though, it's like it's another thing that's been stuck in my craw. Speaking about football players,
that,
you know,
that motherfucker, I'm taking a knee on this.
You know, I mean, you know, because it's just very strange. Okay, let's not talk about that right now. You know what? I changed my mind. Let's not talk about that right now. Yeah, because that's exactly how I feel about it. But, you know, shocker. You know, like even if we just look in the creative circles that we run in, right? Man, is there like a hate on hate for people who are better than you are?
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that there is no equivalent celebration of peak performance in creative arts.
No.
You know, especially at our level, I guess. You know, that if there's somebody who can like who seems to have an acumen for something, right? It's like they better be bracing themselves for the amount of hate that they're going to get. You know, it's like even if they're like the nicest person in the world and they happen to be really good at what they do, there are people who are going to hate on hate on hate. Like, how dare you, right?
Yes.
And then I think that that's where this whole football player thing comes in, where the bitch is talking about the same AI talking points that they were trying to convince everybody was true for like 4 or 5 years now, right? That it's like, oh, it's about meritocracy. It's about anybody can be an artist now. It's like, you know, it's like, oh, that there's a, you know, that there's a, like, how is, because you know what it is? It's like, how is a fucking football player suddenly concerned about gatekeeping in comics? You know, how a fucking millionaire football player all of a sudden is fucking concerned about gatekeeping in comics. You know? What the fuck is he talking about? You know? It's like, you know, I think he's a plant. No, honestly, he's a plant. Because this is way too specific. This is way too specific of a choice of spokesperson.
These motherfucker investors are not going to get their money back because AI is not what they said, not what they were told it was going to be. And now everybody's fucking scrambling, and we're going to see a humongous push for the pro AI movement.
Right. And yeah, it's just, because this is the same thing that happened with NFTs. At the very end of it, when it was seeing its death throes, all of a sudden they started throwing this, oh, I hate to say it, but that's exactly what it is. All of a sudden they were concerned about diversity and minority, you know,
and they started exploiting it.
You know, and it's like, oh, it's like it's like, oh, this allows
ableism.
yeah, it's like it's ableist, you know, and it's like, but obviously these people have never been at a comic book convention, because even the smallest comic book convention is probably the most diverse. It's just the most diverse thing you're ever going to see.
Ever.
You know? I mean, it's like there's everybody is doing comics. What gate? The gate is a pole on the ground. You know, you don't even need to know how to draw to do a comic. You know, I mean, the 4th most funded book on Kickstarter is fucking stick figures. Okay. Right. One of the most a lot of popular web comics back in the day were people just using clip art.
Right.
Right. Dinosaur comic. It's literally the same panel for 4 panels, just different dialogue. And everybody was reading that shit. Okay. You know, it's like, you don't even need to be a good artist. You don't even need to be a good writer. Mike Diana just needed a photocopier. Okay. It's like all he was doing was the equivalent of drawing dicks on a table, except he made it a zine and then he made it your problem. By just handing it out. He was just handing out shit. He was a comic book artist. Ain't nobody. Now, granted, the fact that the state of Florida ganged up trying to gatekeep him, that's a completely different thing. And in the end, the only reason why we know Mike Diana was because of that. But nobody was saying Mike Diana was a talent. But he did a comic anyway. What gatekeeping are you talking about? Right? And then Carrie Randolph did a post where he was talking about that he spoke to the football player and told him, it's like, if there is anything that could be construed as gatekeeping in comics, it's promotion, it's funding. And I guess just like, yeah, it's like funding to do the work, promotion, and probably just and distribution. Carrie explained to him, those are the three things that gatekeep comics. Why is the art the thing that you say is the gatekeeper? Why is that the part that you say you have to crush the ability to do art, to tear it? It's not a gate. Any asshole can do this. You know, zines exist. I mean, just look, it's like Jesus Christ. It's like, you know, I mean, it's like, yeah. So yeah, one, he's a plant, you know, and this is AI death throes.
It is.
You know,
it's beautiful.
You know what? And I'm at the point where I don't give, you know, I don't give a shit what people think that this stuff is going to do, like what they want to train this to do or something. It's like, look, until like I said, I've always said, until you solve the issue of this technology being built on the back of copyrighted material used without permission, until that part gets solved, I don't really care about whether you can get an AI to teach it how to do comics. Because the base of it is always going to be on stolen materials. Okay, stolen materials that the artists are not getting compensated for. It's not the output, it's the input. The input that they used to train these models were all copyrighted that none of them got permission for. They know they didn't get permission for, and they were counting on never having to get permission for. You know, so I don't care what supposedly this $4 million is supposed to fund or not, you know, in the end. You know, it's like, I don't care. Just like, you know, it's like, look, yeah, okay, whatever, you know. You know, and every time I hear this kind of thing, it's like, holy shit, are these guys?
And we're gonna hear about what a wild success it was, I'm sure.
No, it's no. You know, because you know what? Because if they really wanted to get this past the resistance that they're feeling towards this technology, do you notice how they've yet to get a big name talent to sign their name to this shit? That they've yet to get a big name company to sign their name to this shit. Like, it's not like Marvel Comics dabbles, but nothing really serious to make. I mean, the pushback that they get when they even dabble is enough for them to say, oh, we're going to chill for a bit on this. We're going to chill for this. This is way too unpopular. Right? Way too unpopular. And here's the thing. They're big enough that if they just wanted to force it, they could.
Well, sure.
You know, I mean, just like I forgot who the studio, they were trying to push Riddick as the next action hero, and nobody was having it. You know, but they pushed it. They pushed Riddick. Nobody wanted Vin Diesel as Riddick, no matter how hard, and they had billions of dollars behind them. You know? So it's like, so if they wanted to, if Marvel wanted to, they could push this technology if they wanted, but they don't. Why do you think that is? You know, is it because it's not really doing what these tech bros are saying it should? You know, because it's all fake. Any one of these things that they keep saying, it's like, oh, look at, you know, like Sora and all that. That's all faked materials. Because it's like, not only is the technology lacking, the power to run that technology is lacking. No dissing Vin Diesel, right? We're all family. But the three things that we have, like, if there's anything that keeps us from, and we talk about this all the time, that keeps us from reaching where we feel we should be able to reach. It's like, yeah, it's distribution, it's funding, it's marketing.
Right.
It's, having the money to create the comic, getting the eyes on the comic, and then getting it distributed on a scale.
Right.
Right. Those are the three things that we're always bumping our heads up. And it's like and most of us, we're lucky if we're able to accomplish one of those things. That chart says pick two. Here are your three options, pick two. Here we're lucky if we just get one. If you can get the book together, you're going to have problems with distribution and marketing. If you're really good at marketing, you're going to have problems with the distribution and getting the work done. It's almost like it's like you're never going to get that kaleidoscope to get together the way you need it. Right? Like that would be, I would agree, is the actual gatekeeper of doing comics. But doing comics itself is not the issue. If you, any untalented hack, any hack asshole can technically do comics. What they don't want to do is put in the effort to do it. It's like every asshole in the comments of every time Simone Biel, they're showing a clip from Simone Biel at the Olympics. There's always these assholes in the chat, in the comments going, oh, she ain't all that.
Huh. But I'd like to see them do it.
Oh, she ain't all that. Ugly bitch.
Yeah, right. More worried about her hair than her fucking
right. Yeah,
talent.
they're all talking about her hair. And it's like, bitch won gold medals. What are you doing?
Huh.
What are you
doing? I'm on a keyboard in my mama's basement.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You look like a thumb. Who are you to comment on people's looks?
Welcome to the Rage and Cheetah vlogs, where we put the tea in creativity.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So it's like, yeah. And it's like, it's kind of like, it's like the people who, it's like they look at Polito, right? And it's like, oh, who's he? Oh,
right.
Oh, hate. Oh, he's only that way. It's like he's only that way because he does titty comics. He didn't earn anything. It's like he earned a lot more than you even began to earn. So take a seat. Brian Polito definitely earned his place, whether you like his shit or not.
Right.
And the thing is, and this is what I'm talking about, that it's like, it's like, instead of looking at him as, well, especially, hey, friend, like looking at the people who really excel, that top 200, right?
Right.
Like you look at people, yeah, it's like there is no, it's like, wow, it's like, it's like that's amazing. It's like look at how hard, how long it took Polito to get here.
Right.
It's like, yeah, the fact that he had to depend on a friend to give him the copyright to Lady Death, to buy the copyright of Lady Death and give it to him.
Right.
His friend could have just said, oh, no, I'm busy that day.
Right.
And that was it. Lady Death would just be some random character in the ether along with Evil Ernie that nobody's really doing anything with, right? And it was just by... Lou says people hate people because it's easy and it becomes intoxicating for those involved, especially when they hate in groups. Yeah, you see, because that whole mob thing, right? That in the end, it's not really the target. It's really just the mob masturbating each other angrily. I mean, that is what they're doing. When you find a mob that does that, it's like you're just sitting there angry masturbating.
Sometimes that's the best kind, though.
Not really. And it's just like, yeah, and and then it's like this whole, I don't know. It's like just kind of like seeing the things like the football player, and you know what? And I would like to see this asshole explain how the NFL has gatekeepers. It's like, oh, and like, you know what? It's like, yeah, it's like, how does any schmuck? It's like, no, I don't want to learn about football.
Jesse,
I don't want to learn about. I just want to be in the NFL.
Script. I'm just reading the script.
No, he really is. He really is reading a script. Because in the end, when Carrie Randolph was talking about his conversation, he says that that's what it sounds like. You know, they just have anger issues. They have anger issues, and in the end, they don't know how to stim anywhere else. That's what it is. So like I said, it's like if this technology really meant something, they wouldn't be trying to kind of like you know what they say about being resentful. It's not about them, it's about you not doing what they do. Yeah, exactly. And every time it comes to these douchebags in AI, that's the only thing I could think about. It's like that these motherfuckers, they only want to be the idea guys. And the people with the actual creativity, the actual talent to pull these off, they resent the shit out of us. You know, it's like, yeah, they want to be Simone Biles, but they don't want to do what Simone Biles does. You know, it's like, yeah, they want to be Michael Phelps, but they don't want to do what Michael Phelps does. You know,
right.
And even then, even if they copied everything they did, it's like he has that innate genetic talent that goes with it.
Right.
You know, like it's just kind of like infuriating. Like you know what? It's like, look, because it's like, honestly, it's like if there is one topic that just, oh my God, it's like it just throws me to the brink is this. Because it's like every time I hear about very particular people talking about this technology, the way they like the football player, the way they read off that script, the way they're saying the same bullshit over and over and over again, because people are not buying it and they don't know how else to get people to buy it. Like Microsoft is trying to force AI on everybody. Adobe is trying to force AI, and these companies are not getting it. You know, Imagineer says, I hated a lot of dudes over the years until I realized I was too lazy and scared to do what these guys do. So I had to make a positive change. And I thank the heavens. Yeah, you know what? You grew out of it.
Right.
You grew. Yeah, that's the thing. You grew out of it. You know, in the end, you realized, you know, what am I really hating? Right. And, you know what? And that's a question I had to ask myself. Because it's like sometimes, you know, Jose is completely flummoxed as to why I end up with the incredibly visceral reaction I have every time AI. It's like, you know what? Tell me about how AI is catching breast cancer 5 years before it's developed.
Right.
You know, tell me about that.
Put the technology to work. We don't need it to be creative.
Right, exactly. Nobody is asking AI to be creative. I'm asking AI to be a tool that saves lives, that a tool that allows doctors to find diagnoses in faster amount of time than it would have taken for them to have figured out what's going on. Right? You know? Like because it's like, especially when it comes to medicine, the faster you get a diagnosis, the earlier the treatment starts, and the higher your survival rate.
Right.
You know, give me an AI that'll allow me to go to other countries and speak in real time to people. You know, I mean, it's like, granted, because it's like, you know, I'm not saying using it as a translator for books. I'm talking about like really like kind of like a universal communicator on Star Trek.
You
know, where it's like, I'm in another country. Oh my God, I'm in like like the back country of Japan, and nobody here speaks English because I got.
And I need a quarter to use the toilet.
Right. It's like, oh, it's like oh, let me use my phone. You know, it's like that type of thing, right?
Right.
You know, and it's like, or it's like I end up in Germany and I realize that it's like I can't even if I wanted to, I couldn't pronounce the word with the 37 letters in it and no vowels. Like, I don't even know what this is. It's like, I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, no, nobody asked for AI that replaces what artists do, what writers can do. Nobody asked that. And then like here's the irony of it, right? So it's like you have kids that are just growing up with this technology, right?
Right.
Like they're in school, they're learning about ChatGPT, they're learning it, they're
Yep.
you know, they're using all the technology, and then it's like the teachers have the nerve to get mad when they use it to write essays.
Right.
That's the shit I don't understand. You're teaching him how to use this technology and then getting mad when they use it. Like, you know, make a decision. You know, it's like, what are you trying to do here, right? You know, because in the end, it's like hacks are going to be hacks with the technology, without the technology. You know, it's like there was a writer who was talking about how she was trying to figure out a plot hole in her in the draft that she was writing. And somebody in her chat goes, "Oh, just put it to ChatGPT, let that figure it out for you." And she was like, "Oh, that's not the fucking point. That's not the point. The point is that I'm trying to figure this out. This is problem solving. I'm exercising my brain." You know? And the more like I hear about, you know, AI in the creative fields, you know, and it's not being used as a tool, it's being used as a replacement. Right. But it's like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, the gatekeeping is that we have to pay people to do the art. You know, the gatekeeping is that we have to pay people to write. We can't just be the ideas guy and make all the money. I mean, it's like, holy shit, is thinking that hard for you? You know, I mean, it's like, because in the end, it's like, it's like, wow, it's like, you don't want to put in the effort. Like, I don't know. Every time I hear about people, it's like when you describe stuff, it's like they don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to do the work. They only want to, like, you know, say one thing and leave. Usually we call these people lazy. But put AI in the mix and now everybody's like, oh, no, we're fighting gatekeeping. It's like, oh, no, we're the bastions of technology. You know? Let's see. Did you know the survival rate in comics is 40%, correlating with the statistics that most accidents and death occur at home? Oh, did you know that? Like, yeah, like there was this one thing saying that AI, some guy tried, some brain trust, tried to claim like this is how desperate they are trying to ram this technology into the collective consciousness, because they are just scrambling for anything, because there's nothing real about this. One tech bro tried to like posit the idea that AI is actually more environmentally friendly than people.
Okay. It's all that methane at midnight.
Right. Yeah. Like they were like, you know, it's like, holy shit. You know, you guys just hate humanity. Like, but here's the funny thing though, right? So we're going to get to a point where they're going to like push this technology on the common people, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden everybody can shit out whatever they want, right?
Right.
And then us artists, we're going to have to return to being the pets of rich people. Like back in the day, you know, that we're really, that it's like that the only way to survive as an artist is that a rich person has to come out and says, "Ooh, I like you. Would you like to come live at my house and I'll pay all your expenses and all you have to do is just do weird little paintings for me. You know, do weird little sculptures for me and we're good. And I'll take care of you for your entire career." I mean, it's like, well, yeah, that's what they were trying to, yeah, that's what they were doing. Yeah, I said, well, AI doesn't eat hamburgers, so it's already environmentally friendly. And it's like, oh my God, you know, it's, you know, so yeah, so we have that to look forward to.
Hooray.
We have that to look forward to, that that we are going to be rich people pets. You know, that we are all going to be in the employ of weird Saudi princes. You know, some of us are going to be kidnapped into North Korea and we're going to be doing weird little comics for whatever Jung Il is there. Whatever the fuck. Whatever, that's so that's what we're gonna look forward to. So yeah. So I really do hope that I really do hope that Beyonce likes comics, because we're going to end up being sponsored by Flavor Flav. We're all going to have celebrity sponsors. That's what's going to happen, right? It's like Flavo. We're going to say, Flavo, we can't pay our rent and do these comics at the same time. I got you. Taylor Swift is going to have to start sponsoring comics, to keep the arts alive, That's what AI is going to do. I really, it's like, yeah. So that's what we have to look forward to. I hope George Clooney really likes fantasy comics. I hope so. If you could be sponsored by a celebrity, Nita.
I don't have. I really.
Okay, C. So C would have to be sponsored by a celebrity.
Yeah, C would have to be sponsored.
He would have to be sponsored by a celebrity.
I don't do sponsorships because sponsors try to tell you what to do and nobody tells me what to do.
Well, you see, but that's the thing, though. That's going to be the trade-off in the end, right? Because it's like, Michelangelo hated being sponsored by the church.
Maria Brink from In This Moment. God, yes. Okay. Because that's how I want to die. I want to die with that bitch tearing me to pieces.
Right. Okay. So there you go.
There we go. If I had to have.
So if you had to have a celebrity sponsor, like the Olympics, right? It's like, so we have Flava Flav, right? If Flava Flav can sponsor comic book artists, right?
Right.
So that's who would so what celebrity sponsorship? Everybody in the chat, who are your celebrity sponsors that you're going to have? What happened? Who said, oh? So there we go. So Jake would need Johnny Depp as a sponsor. It's like, as a patron, we're going to go back to the patron model of artistic endeavors. We're going to be, instead of painting the Sistine Chapel, we're going to be doing porn comics for Saudi princes. We're all going to be trapped on Epstein's Island. Doing furry porn comics. I mean, that's our future, right? That's going to be our future at the rate this is going.
I laughed about this.
Right.
I'm laughing, but I'm going to hang myself when I get off this stream.
Right. Well, but yeah. So in the end, I did have to ask myself, like, what is it with the okay. So Imaginos is going to be Lou's going to take Snoop. Imaginos is going to take Wesley. Is going to be his sponsor. You think that there's plenty? I mean, I'm sure that there's plenty of celebrities, because in the end, artists, there's not as much as it looks like.
We're just going to surrender now.
Oh, yes, we are just going to surrender. Yes, considering housing costs these days, living in a rich person's house while they pay your expenses isn't all that bad. That's how it used to be.
AI knows
that's how it was.
Better.
Yeah. You know what? AI can do the work. I'm too busy doing furry porn for Jack Black. I don't know. It's like, I don't know who's Steve Carell. I mean, there's plenty of these motherfuckers to sponsor each of us. I mean, it's like, really, it's like, yeah. All right. So it's like, it's like I had to like think about, like, okay, so why is it, what is it about this whole thing, this whole conversation that does make me feral? It really does. I mean, inordinately so. Right. Because in the end, it's like, it's not going to affect me personally. Right. It's not going to affect me at all. So it's like, why should I be concerned about something that's not going to affect me? But the thing is, though, is that I can't help but not be concerned about how this is going to affect other people. I shouldn't have something affecting me directly for me to care.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's like, especially like how many artists are going to be snuffed out in grade school? Oh, you don't have to learn that. AI does that.
Why waste your time?
Yeah, right? Why waste your time? AI does that. You know?
Right.
Although it's like if you're a girl, you'll be lucky, you know. So a girl in grade school, so it's like, you know, okay, maybe if we're lucky, maybe we can get Leonardo DiCaprio to sponsor you. Grade school girls can get sponsored by Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, but you have to move on to another celebrity when you turn 21. Sorry. That's just the rules. But you know, but
I was worried I was gonna get us canceled.
Well, you know, hey,
that's so good.
You know, I'm just here to make the peoples laugh.
Oh my God. And yeah, you've got a song stuck in my head now.
Oh no. You know, but it's like, you know, like how, like, I don't know, like, yeah, that concerns me. That pisses me off. That, you know, the fact that there are people right now chomping at the bit going, yeah, I can't wait to see you motherfuckers fail. I can't wait to see you motherfuckers lose your jobs. I can't wait to see you motherfuckers can't, can't make a living at this. It's like, well, lucky for you, we can't make a living at this now. So you know, we're already there. You know, that Melissa says they're not even teaching kids to read, let alone draw anymore. We'll be lucky if they know how to do anything. Right. It's like, you know, I mean, it's like the whole thing with teaching kids Chat GPT, and then, you know, and then hold on, keep that up there. And then it's like, and then getting mad that they're using it for it to write essays for them. You know, even
I learned it from watching you.
Exactly. You know, you're the one creating the shitty system. Jake says artists will always exist in spite of that BS. Core trait unique to an artist is the sensitivity to empathize. And that's what makes art art.
Yo.
Because all an AI is going to give you is just an incredibly superficial. Yeah, they want drones that they pay slave wages, if even, not creatives and thinking, because creatives and thinking people, they're messy. They're messy to deal with. They're going to fight you. They're going to say your idea is stupid. You know, they're going to want to get paid for their work. You know, all that gatekeeping shit. Mm-hmm. You know, why can't you just shut up and do the work? If you could just shut up and do the work, you know, but there was like something that I saw that especially lately that someone had said that technology nowadays exists to serve as a threat to losing your job than you actually losing your job to tech. That it's like that it's just all fake. That it's like, yeah, they keep saying, oh, we're going to make you, technology is going to replace you. And it's like, well, not, it's like, but in the end, it kind of turns out like, I mean, granted, you know, that's not fun to the people who actually did get outsourced to AI, only for the AI to just fuck up shit and they have to like hire people back. But, you know, that it's just serving more as a threat than an actual thing that's going to replace you. Because like I said, it's like, you know, these companies, they could just, like Marvel and DC could just as easily come in and say, yeah, we're going to make AI comics and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
Like they could just do that. And there will be people who would just go, yeah, okay. You know, I mean, it's like, but the fact that they're trying to do bullshit like this, you know, right. Yeah. Burger places had to take out the AI.
Right.
There was an airline where the AI was giving away tickets.
Yeah. I wish they would give them out.
And then they tried to get out of it, saying that they weren't responsible for the AI. And a judge says, the fuck you are, you know? So yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's not going to affect me directly, right? But just because California wildfires and wars in other countries don't affect me
First they
directly,
came.
right, doesn't mean that I can't care about it, that I'm not supposed to care about it.
Yep.
Oh, why do you care? Well, why do you really need me to not care? I mean, that's really the question, right? Why do you care? Well, why do you need me not to care? You know? I mean, I think what makes it frustrating is that there's pretty much nothing on my end that I could do. You know, there's nothing I can do. So, and I guess that's why I get so angry about it, almost insanely so, because I see the damage that it causes, even if it's just like psychic damage, you know, just making all these artists despondent, you know, and it's like, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like maybe that's the reason why I get so angry, and I hate it when people just casually talk about it. It's like, oh yeah, it's inevitable. You know, it's what the AI guys are always saying. It's like, oh, you can't do anything to stop it. You know, and it's like, well, we can slow it down. You know, we can make people think about it, because I think that that's also the thing that they don't want people to do, is think about it. They just want to be able to just railroad this technology, you know, which they haven't been able to do so far.
Nope. So far, there's a good resistance.
Right. You know, and that's what it is. It's like they want people to stop talking. Like
that's why they're going with the icons now that have to come forward and feed it to the fucking younger kids. Mr. Beast, AI technology is great, and look at this AI thumbnail. And this
is that what's happening? Is that what's happening?
It's happening everywhere. It's everywhere. Fortunately, I mean, well, or unfortunately, Beast is now involved in a whole bunch of controversy, which we're not even going to get into or whatever. But yeah, and it's the same thing. You get the idols to speak, and then that's why you got Cap up here fucking speaking now. Oh, he's gonna make an AI comic and blah blah blah.
Right, and it's like, since when are you into comics? You know, I mean, it's like, this is like the first time
they told him to be, and handed him the script and said, "Here, this is
and $4 million, which is nothing in tech money, by the way.
Nothing.
I mean, these guys are used to raising hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like, you know, it's like they just handed him a dirty quarter out of his pocket. It's like, oh, go do something with this, kid. You know, I mean, I don't know. It's like, yeah, that's in the end, it's like, that's the only thing that I could think of. It's like, yeah, it's like, I get mad because I care too much and there's nothing I can do about it. You know, and it hits close enough to home. It doesn't have to be in my home. It's not replacing me. No replacing me with AI. But to tell you the truth, I am glad that I don't have to navigate this landscape professionally.
Right.
I really don't. Like honestly, the idea of being sponsored by a celebrity and being holed up in a cabin in the mountains just to do shit for them, you know, just to be a hermit, you know, forget that. It's like, just to like hole up in the mountains, you know, and just like, oh, I'm just doing comics. It's like, oh, it's, you know, it's, you know, it's like, oh, it's like, oh, there's this old lady that lives in the mountains. You know, it's like, oh, what does she do? Does she eat children? And no, she just makes comics. And then sometimes you'll see an issue lying around. You know, it's like, or something like that. Like really, it's like, I mean, look, there are just some days I just want to do that in general. You know, I just want to like, just kind of like, you know what, I think I'm just going to get like a regular job and just, you guys only hear from me when I'm about to throw a Kickstarter off. You know, I mean, you know, like sometimes I just want to like, just separate myself like that. But it's like, no, it's like the interaction is part of it.
Right.
You know, that's kind of like a part of the appeal of doing what we do. You know, you know, because there was a bunch of AI hacks got together, and it's like they did a gallery showing of their shit. Right? I don't remember where it was, but it's like it's like, it's like, they hate us so much they want to be us, but they don't want to do what it takes to be us, right?
Right.
And it's like I can only imagine the conversations, right? Oh, so what prompts did you use?
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, it's like, look, you get two artists together and we can have a 4-hour conversation on just the fucking colored pencils that we use.
Bro, I have fallen asleep listening to you guys talk about nibs.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Nibs.
And then it's like, and then it's like, it's like, oh, so it's like, so how did you get this technique? It's like, that thing you did there. It's like, it's like, oh, Boris Vallejo did get these colors to act like this. How did he really do? Like, what brush strokes did he use? Right. The whole thing is like, oh, what pencil do you use? Right. What do these guys talk about? Oh, what prompts?
And
it's like,
how much they hate artists and how much,
and then it's like, you get the piece, right? Like, there was this one girl who, I guess she tried to start shit in a group that I was in by posting up an AI piece. And she's, oh, what's, it's like, so what's, I want you guys to give me an opinion on this. And of course, it's like, get this AI shit out of here, right? But another artist in the group says, you know what? I'll bite. It's like, you know what? You want to act like an artist? I'm going to critique you like one. Right? And she started asking questions about the piece. It's like, what was the decision here? Why is this here? Why was this done? Why is this happening? Why did you choose this color, this, that, and the other thing? And then the girl was like, all of a sudden got all like flummoxed because she didn't understand most of the conversation, most of what was being asked. And then she goes, oh, it was just a self-portrait. It's like, okay. So let me ask you this questions. It's like, it's like, what did you have to put in? It's like, what were your prompts? Why did you choose these particular words? Why? It's like, what is the difference between what you put in and what the computer did for you? It's like, why was this decision made? And let's just say that girl learned her lesson really quick. Because then it's like, okay, you gave us an AI portrait, but what does it really mean? This isn't you. This is just a computer's rendition of what it thinks you wanted according to whatever prompts. What makes this personalized to you? Right? And it's like, yeah. And this girl, like, she ended up ghosting because she couldn't answer the question. Like, well, what happened? You said you wanted to be an artist. You said you wanted us to treat this like you did it. So we're talking to you like you did it. The fact that you can't answer the questions tells us more about what you're really thinking about this than you trying to like have a gotcha moment. Like, there was another artist who tried to do the same thing where he took his artwork, threw it through an AI and goes, oh, this is what I did in AI. But it's based on my artwork. And side by side, it's like, okay, all right, you want a real answer? Bet. All the personality is in your original artwork.
Yep.
It's like, all you're giving me, all the AI did was just gloss it over with a superficial coat, at a skill level that you obviously don't have. And I said it like that. It's like, this is at a skill level that you don't have, and you're only doing yourself a disservice by skipping this many steps.
Yep, that sounds like your journey. So bullshit.
It's like, but all your personality is, it's like, okay, so you have a slick little model, right? But all your personality is in your artwork. I can tell your artwork is your artwork. This is AI garbage. You're not going to be known for anything for this artwork. That work is yours. That work is this name. That's AI garbage. Nobody's going to know what that is. Nobody is going to, it's like, look, everybody knows what a Boris Vallejo looks like. Everybody knows what a Frazetta looks like, right? Everybody knows an Arthur Adams, a John Byrne, a Jim Lee, right? Jesus Christ, talk about, hating on a man, it's like, right. Fucking Jim Lee is just giving his prices and all of a sudden everybody, how dare you win gold? It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? But the thing is that we all know what are even like I can tell, it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like even in our circles, without even seeing names, we know each other's artwork, right? You put AI shit on the table, who's who? I don't have to sign my artwork for people to know it's my artwork.
Nope.
Right? It's like, look, you have like, Rabbit Man, although Mike Sears, right? I can recognize his artwork from a mile away. I mean, it's like, that's what makes you you. Why do you want a fucking computer to erase you from your own creativity?
Right.
But again, I think it has something.
I'll tell you why. Because that's corporate greed coming through. Because here's the deal. I don't know if this is the same guy you're talking about, but there's another creator, Mr. Hartso, who likes to do the AI comics or whatever. And he blatantly will tell it's inspired by my works or whatever. It's my art run through AI. He's doing it so he can pump shit out faster and try to make more money. And the sad thing is he is.
Right.
He is, because people eat that fucking mush up. It doesn't matter if that girl's got 6 fingers and 4 labia. Well, technically. Well, 6 then. 6, okay? Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And honestly, those are not the people I ever want in my audience. I mean, just people who are just gonna like, oh, just give us the mush. Just give us the mush.
Yeah, fuck all that shit. No.
It's like, if that's what being mainstream is like, I'd never want to be mainstream. It's like, those are the people.
That's just being a hack.
That's true. That's true. I mean, and it's a shame. Because it's like, you think that, it's like, if you actually put, the work, I mean, it's not like they're not an artist already. It's just that, you have this very particular style. And it's like, sure, if you just work at it. I mean, it's like, look, it took years for decades even for Bernie Wrightson to look like Bernie Wrightson.
Right.
He didn't come out of the womb drawing Frankenstein. He started working on the original Dungeons and Dragons monster manuals.
Right.
It has a quaint crudeness to it that I like. I love that thing, got everybody out of high school, you think you're drawing master level and it's just like, oh, so cute. It's like, it's very, it's very endearing, know? But he certainly wasn't drawing the same way when he did Frankenstein, So it's like, why do I care so much? Why do I care? Why bother? Right? Why bother? I mean, it's like, if anything, I shouldn't, that was Bill Willingham. Didn't I say that? What did I say?
No, you said Bernie Wrightson.
Oh, Bernie. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Bernie Wrightson. Yeah, Bernie Wrightson did Frankenstein. Bill Willingham worked on the Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you, Jose. It's the monster. The artwork in the Monster Manual. It's like, there was a bunch of other people too that started their careers in Dungeons and Dragons. The Monster Manuals. It's really funny, But yeah. So it's like, I don't know why I care so much in the end. I don't know. Maybe I should just become a hermit. Hurt my hand. Just work until I hurt my hand again.
Well, basically, your whole runaround just basically said that because it's not self-concern, it's concern for the future. So technically, you care because you have empathy.
Maybe, I guess.
Somewhere in that dark soul and that prickling cactus of Daphne is a compassionate.
Right? Yeah. You know. Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
Because maybe I should just
educated, because you're smart, because you know history, and it's just okay.
Right. I need to find a celebrity. I need to find a celebrity. Somebody get me Taylor Swift's number. It's like, bitch, I need to be sponsored. Flavor Flav is getting all this attention. You can't. It's like, do you want to be outdone by Flavor Flav? Well, you're going to be outdone by Flavor Flav anyway. There's no competing with Flavor Flav. But remember, remember, it's like, it's like, look, I just need funding, I just need marketing, I just need distribution. It's very inexpensive
by comparison,
right? It's God. Like, look, I just, I know there's a celebrity out there that's into collecting furry porn. I know there's somebody out there. There's a celebrity we're only going to know on their deathbed. They had this huge collection of furry porn. Beloved actor Tom Hiddleston. Beloved actor Tom Hiddleston had furry porn. All in his face. All in French. All in French. The asshole. Go sponsor a team. Oh my God. I think that's it for me.
Yeah. I think we were done 5 minutes ago.
I think so too. I don't know. So, well, at least I kept you from canceling yourself. It was I had to save you.
Now you just depressed me, and like, okay.
But at least technically we finally fit the topic of the show.
Oh my gosh, right?
Oh my goodness. So thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. Thank you so much to beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond and hanging out this almost more than an hour and a half. Thank you so much for joining us. And I guess and any final thoughts, any final announcements that you want to make? I guess again, I put links in the chat. Remember that Mondo Bondo and House of Bob Fetish Fantasy, the sketchbooks are going live August 19th. So until I can find a celebrity sponsor, it will be on Kickstarter. It will be on Kickstarter starting August 19th. So those sketchbooks are on pre-launch right now, so you can check out the link in the chat. So Kickstarter also allowed us to put a little bit more detail into the pre-launch page, so it's not just a pretty picture anymore. Now you can actually see a little bit of the interiors, and so that's pretty good. Also, the Oswald Chronicles.
When Tender Souls Mourn.
When Tender Souls Mourn. Jesus Christ. I keep forgetting that. You know what it is? He puts out so many books, and I'm putting together so many Oswald books. They all jumble in my head. When Tender Souls Mourn on Kickstarter right now, another Oswald adventure. This is issues 1 and 2. It's also in the chat. And last but not least, Dreamweavers, the paranormal urban fantasy. This was a book that we worked on. Mostly it was it's Jose and a whole bunch of our original crew worked on back in the early 90s, and we're bringing it back for a whole new audience. You guys are going to love this artwork. It's very 80s, 90s anime inspired, and it just looks spectacular in color. You guys are going to love it. Link is in the show notes as well and in the chat for Dreamweavers issue 1. I don't know when that one's going to launch. I think maybe after Oswald. I'm not sure. But everything is in the chat. Everything is in the show notes. All 3 of these campaigns. Oswald is live. Everything else is on pre-launch. So check that out while you're there. Let's see. So I guess that's it. No announcements.
Tonight at 8 p.m. Ethereal Comics launches Kaiju Cuties, and they also have If It Hops Live. Kaiju Cuties is fucking awesome. You know,
Really?
Wendell Morris is the fucking artist, and this book looks really hot. So check it out.
No, you know what book that I'm really looking forward for Dustin to release and trade paperback? That My Metal Girl.
Yeah.
Like I saw the interiors to that, and I'm like, oh shit, I need this book. Like the interiors to that book. I mean, it's, you know.
And I'll just real quick throw this out there because it was a question I was asked. Because
right, okay.
we're pushing the red label.
Right.
Red label means they fuck.
Oh, okay. There you go.
So
it's actual porn.
If there's a red flame, it's actual porn.
Right. It has nakeds. Yeah. It's more beyond nakeds.
No, beyond nakeds, there's actual penetration in the book. So
okay.
It is not for the
That's
young audience at all. Period. Period.
Right. Okay.
Which,
that's cool. Right. Oh, so there you go. So, you know. So if you want to learn more about me and my artwork and all my other nonsense, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post on Facebook. If you are interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress and whatever updates, live updates I might have, it always ends up on Facebook. And remember, you can find me here on YouTube for almost 600 videos and my semi-weekly art live stream Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. It's a chill draw stream where I'm just working on something and just like me in the chat or just hanging out. It's kind of like being at a convention, but you're not blocking the tables. So it's a lot of fun. And usually the conversations are all over the place. There's no real structure there. It's just you guys are just keeping me company while I'm working. So it's fun. Also, you can read Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales. That's TAILSonline.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, but you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears of the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday, and will be live on Kickstarter later on this year with issues 1 through 4 collected in its first trade paperback for this story arc. So keep an eye out for that. So, now it's disconnecting us from Facebook. See, that's why you should always come to YouTube and hang out here instead. So thank you. You know what? We got to go anyway. Thank you so much. Why? What happened?
I don't know, but I'm on a restriction.
On Facebook?
Yep.
For the stream?
For the stream, for a post I made, they just logged me out of my account and banned me for going against standards on sexual activity and nudity.
Oh no. Well, so I guess you're going to be busy after we get off the show. But yeah, so yeah. Yo, the ancients coming out here. What do you got to say? Easy. Eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments, and you don't have, and you're not, you don't have to fake any of it. Just do the work. It's worth it. Jesus Christ. It's like everybody trying to do everything but the work. Just do the work. It's worth it. Thank you so much again. Are you locked out of Facebook, StreamYard too?
No, I'm in StreamYard. I'm just trying to get back up here. I just pulled up the folder. All right.
Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah. So thank you again, everybody, for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Laters.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.